Okay. Hello, hello. We're live. So, chat here. Great. Okay. So, I worked a little further on that one. I'll show you. Yeah. So, yeah. Now I'm in the very tedious process of smoothing everything. So I'm using some rubber brushes, commonly known as clay shapers or color shapers. Clay shapers are the firmer, color shapers are a little softer, but it's not that important. And sometimes I'm using some wood tools, some gritty ones, just to get rid of some bumps I may have. It's very comparable to sanding. Fimo is a little soft for that type of operation, but it's working. So I'm not overthinking it and just use the technique when it's required. I also work the cloak, as you can see. I worked it I made two versions. That one is not that bad. I may add some volumes on some parts here because it's just a little too straight, but we'll see. Maybe later I will try to explain a little more my process of on how I'm making armatures. I made one. Show you. I'm one of the few guys actually welding these armatures because I prefer to work on neutral pose armatures, and I'm posing it afterwards. So I prefer to build a very strong armature and be able to bend everything without breaking, breaking the link between shoulders here and the body. So that's why I really prefer to work with to weld the thing. It's not truly welding. Oh, salut Patrick. It's more soldering. I'm using silver-based stuff for plumbing. Hello. Ouais, en ce moment c'est sculpture. J'ai commencé à bosser là-dessus comme plus un petit brouillon qu'autre chose. Et puis en fait, comme souvent, j'ai fait un petit brouillon avec un instant de pâte et puis ça m'a relativement plu. Donc voilà. Là maintenant, je suis en train de lisser tout un tas de trucs parce que c'est pas tout clean. Et puis après, je vais essayer de faire la côte de maille. Donc là où ça va être difficile, c'est toutes ces zones-là qui sont pas accessibles, mais j'avais besoin d'avoir plein d'autres volumes plutôt que de perdre du temps à faire la côte de maille directement. Donc là voilà, là il y aura du gros boulot. Et puis après, je verrai pour faire éventuellement un élément architectural. Parce que je voulais lui faire son écu, genre façon chevalier, bon, même si c'est un peu débile, parce que les chevaliers, ils avaient des écuyers. Lui, je l'ai un peu pensé comme un comme un templier, ou voilà, donc ils avaient toute une corde de mecs avec eux qui leur trimballaient leur matos, mais bon. Je m'étais dit, ça serait pas mal de lui mettre dans le dos et puis de l'attacher avec la guiche, qui est la pièce en cuir qui sert à tenir le bouclier sur les mecs, quoi, pour éviter qu'ils tombent quand ils l'ont pas, quand il est pas mis sur le, enfin, quand ils le portent pas en main, quoi. Ou si jamais ça leur échappe. Ou... Puis en fait, je me suis dit, c'est un peu con parce que on pourra le peindre un peu comme on veut. On peut le peindre comme un croisé, on peut le peindre comme un chevalier du siècle X ou Y. Donc on peut lui faire des armoiries en freehand d'ici. On serait dommage de foutre une guiche en plein milieu. Et puis le bouclier, on peut aussi, enfin sur les culs, on peut aussi faire des armoiries. Ce que les peintres histo, comme moi notamment, aiment bien faire. Je suis pas spécialisé en histo, mais j'en fais et j'aime beaucoup ça. Et du coup, je me suis dit, en fait, je vais faire comme j'ai fait une autre figurine il y a longtemps, en peinture simplement, j'avais créé un élément architectural derrière. Et je vais faire un élément architectural, donc une colonne, éventuellement un début de portique, quoi, un début d'arche. Et puis, je vais mettre l'écu, posé contre, ce qui permettra d'avoir, au lieu d'avoir l'écu dans le dos et puis d'avoir potentiellement l'obligation de faire un motif à main levée dans le dos, pour les concours, c'est pas génial. Et au lieu d'avoir une guiche en plein milieu d'une zone qui pourrait être traitée en motif à main levée, je vais mettre le bouclard ici, et puis comme ça, on aura tout, quoi, tous les avantages, et en termes de composition d'image, c'est plus joli, je trouve. Donc voilà, donc j'ai juste trouvé, tu vois, comme ça, donc j'ai juste trouvé un élément architectural à sculpter, un peu comme celui que j'avais fait sur mon autre projet, et puis voilà, ça sera joli. C'est toujours un truc qui me frustre, ça. C'est assez cool d'avoir le bouclier dans le dos. J'ai un viking comme ça qui a une rondache énorme dans le dos, mais j'ai fait un freehand, un motif en main levée dessus. Et, en fait, en concours, pour le voir, il faut le retourner, quoi. C'est un peu dommage. Donc voilà. Je me suis dit, tiens, on va essayer de réfléchir un peu de manière plus pratique. Et pour le coup, je suis assez content de mon idée parce que ça m'évite d'avoir à refaire plein de plis sur le manteau qui risquent en plus de pas être très beau. Ça m'évite d'avoir à foutre une guiche en plein milieu là, de ce drapé là, dont je suis très fier. Parce que je suis content. Les drapés, c'est vraiment un gros point faible que j'ai, donc je suis pas mécontent d'avoir trouvé ce motif là en drapé. Je trouve que c'est sympa. C'est un gros argument de vente, ça, pour ce type de figurine et drapé, hein, donc il faut vraiment pas se chier dessus, quoi. Donc je suis pas mécontent, mais d'avoir eu l'idée de faire ça. C'est vrai que bon, historiquement parlant, la plupart du temps, les chevaliers, ils avaient des mecs avec eux, dans la règle notamment la règle des Templiers, enfin la règle de l'ordre. Il était dit que, en gros, les mecs, ils avaient forcément un sergent qui les accompagnait, ou un gars du cru qu'ils appelaient les turcopoles. Puis bon, c'est plus ou moins eux, surtout les sergents d'ailleurs, qui s'occupaient de trimballer le matos, quoi. En gros, ils avaient ce qu'ils appelaient dans la règle une bête mulasse, qui servait à trimballer tout ça. Mais bon, je vais pas aller m'amuser à faire toute la corde de gars qui est sans aide avec. Et puis pour les mecs du siècle, en général, ils avaient du blé, donc ils avaient du monde avec eux. Pas tous, hein, mais en général. Donc voilà, donc là je vais surtout passer du temps à lisser, bidouiller, et puis éventuellement faire une petite partie sur les proportions et comment on peut rapidement apprendre à faire des proportions, parce qu'ils se vendent des modèles déjà tout près sur une Stuff World et tout ça, avec des tapis de coupe, avec toutes les proportions, machin. Je trouve ça dommage, parce qu'on n'apprend pas dans ces cas-là. C'est plus intéressant d'apprendre comment ça fonctionne, d'apprendre comment on peut faire exactement le truc, de même pouvoir le dessiner sur du papier millimétré. Moi, c'est ce que je fais, hein. J'ai du papier millimétré, hop, je repère le truc, parce que je sais comme ça, bon, je l'ai noté et je l'ai calculé, mais figurines, on donne la taille aux yeux. Donc en gros, moi je garde le canon de 8 têtes parce que c'est un peu plus facile à bidouiller. Si je veux passer en canon de 7 têtes et demie, j'ai qu'à grossir un peu la tête globalement et puis à bidouiller 2-3 trucs et ça fonctionne, quoi. Je passe tout en canon de 8 têtes. Et donc j'ai 8 fois la tête dans la hauteur générale de la figurine. Et du coup, comme c'est donné aux yeux, les yeux sont à peu près au milieu de la tête. Donc en gros, on a 7 têtes et demie en canon de 8 têtes aux yeux. Donc je multiplie par 15 pour avoir les demi-têtes, ça me donne une demi-tête. Je divise par 15 pour avoir une demi-tête. Donc j'ai plus qu'à rajouter ce 15e à l'ensemble de la taille, et donc ça nous fait pour une 54 mm, ça nous fait 57,6. La hauteur globale c'est 57,6. Du coup on peut retrouver la taille d'une tête, etc. etc., etc. Donc c'est vachement pratique. C'est super pratique parce qu'on peut comme ça arriver à retrouver toutes les proportions et puis en dessinant un petit peu, on peut aussi arriver à faire des modèles sur lesquels poser notre fil de fer pour avoir les proportions basiques, quoi. Donc c'est ce que j'essaye de faire au maximum. Je l'ai fait hors écran, mais j'aimerais bien éventuellement le montrer un petit peu tout à l'heure. Peut-être que je le ferai, je sais pas. Voilà. Alors la grosse influence là-dessus, c'est Andrea. Je me suis vachement inspiré d'Andrea Miniature. Pour la gueule, l'influence va plutôt être Alexandros Model. Mais pour tout ce qui est corps, drapé, tout ça, c'était vraiment Andrea. J'aime beaucoup Andrea. C'est une marque que j'aime bien. Et qui a une vraie influence en matière de sculpture. J'en ai peint quelques-unes et vraiment je m'éclate avec ça. C'est vraiment ce que je préfère. Enfin, pas ce que je préfère peindre, mais pas loin en fait. C'est vraiment un truc que j'aime beaucoup faire en peinture. Du coup, en sculpture, bah, c'est comme j'aime beaucoup les peindre, je me dis ça peut être intéressant de se laisser un peu influencer en sculpture, quoi. Voilà. Donc c'est assez fun. Ce qui me manque là-dessus, c'est vraiment la propreté. C'est pas hyper propre. Donc il va falloir que je continue à cleaner tout ça pour que ce soit de plus en plus propre. Mais il faut surtout faire gaffe de ne pas écraser les volumes. Ça, c'est toujours le problème. Il faut vraiment avoir une main très légère quand on bosse sur du polymère comme ça. Parce que le problème, c'est que si on écrase les volumes, bah, du coup, on perd tout intérêt, quoi. La figurine n'est plus à moins cet aspect 3D. Et voilà, il faut vraiment magnifier les volumes et en mettre beaucoup, quoi. Donc voilà. Je sais plus, tu m'avais dit toi si tu sculptais. Si tu sculptes. C'est vraiment une chouette activité, mais des fois c'est vraiment frustrant. Je trouve ça plus frustrant que la peinture des fois. Peut-être parce que je suis plus à l'aise à la peinture qu'à la sculpture, mais faut vraiment y aller tout doux, quoi. Puis alors, ce qui est dingue, c'est que autant là en vidéo ça passe bien, en main j'en suis vraiment content, je trouve que c'est une de mes meilleures, mais en photo elle est dégueulasse. Enfin elle est dégueulasse, elle est pas terrible en photo. Alors qu'en main j'en suis fier, enfin j'en suis content, quoi. Je veux dire c'est une créa qui est basique, qui a rien de génial, c'est pas un chef-d'œuvre, quoi, mais pour moi par rapport à mes propres standards, je sens vraiment un changement. Il y a des acquis qui commencent vraiment à se faire sentir et ouais, je suis content, quoi. Surtout au niveau de la gueule d'ailleurs, je suis très content de la gueule que je lui ai fait. C'est pas, voilà, c'est pas merveilleux, mais en main, ça a vraiment, il y a une expression, il y a quelque chose. J'essaye de plus en plus, pardon, de moins en moins de faire des figurines sans expression, de plus en plus de faire des figurines avec une expression. Éviter les gueules neutres, je trouve ça un peu dommage. Après, des gens, ils aiment bien. Hein. Bah, je vois en apo, dans les trucs plus traditionnels, il y en a qui aiment bien les faces un peu neutres. Mais globalement, moi, j'aime vraiment bien avoir une gueule. C'est ce qui me plaît beaucoup chez Alexandros, par exemple. C'est pour ça que là, vraiment, la tronche peut vraiment faire penser à un centurion d'Alexandros. Quintus Sartorius Festus. D'ailleurs, cette figurine-là, cette future figurine-là sera sans doute alors non pas un centurion, mais un gladiateur. J'ai des envies de gladiateur en ce moment. Parce que j'adore les gladiateurs. Deux trucs qui me font, enfin trois trucs que j'adore en histo, c'est les gladiateurs, les centurions, les chevaliers. Voilà. Puis alors, le petit quatrième, c'est les lance-quenets. C'est mon petit péché mignon aussi, ça, les lance-quenets. Les gros neuneux et les vêtements à crever, j'adore ça. Alors si jamais, je sais pas si tu es toujours là, je risque de continuer un peu en anglais. À moins qu'il y ait d'autres français qui souhaitent que je continue en français. Toujours un petit peu les fesses entre deux chaises, que j'ai fait ma chaîne en anglais, mais c'est vrai que ça peut être sympa aussi de faire en français. Là, l'autre problème que j'ai aussi avec le Fimo, c'est pas un problème du Fimo, mais c'est un problème à moi, c'est que j'ai souvent tendance à avoir des petits bouts de poussière qui se mettent dedans, ça fait pas propre. Mais j'ai beau me passer, me laver, et puis m'enlever tous les poils, les poussières, les trucs, les machins, j'ai toujours des saloperies qui se mettent dedans. C'est très désagréable, mais c'est comme ça, donc malheureusement. Alors le truc aussi que je voulais dire, c'est que je fais vraiment des armatures les plus fines possibles. Donc pour cette figurine-là, l'armature, c'est ça. C'est du fil de fer d'1 millimètre. Il y a une épaisseur il y aura un petit peu de, si là c'est un peu plus épais en général, parce qu'il y a un petit peu d'aluminium. Et puis au niveau de la tête, je fais un pré-volume en alu. Mais pour les jambes, les bras, je rajoute rien. Je mets juste une petite épaisseur de green stuff. Et puis après, je viens plaquer ma pâte polymère dessus, quoi. Je dis ça parce que certains ont d'autres techniques et il y en a qui préfèrent rajouter du volume, faire des pré-volumes en époxy, mais moi j'aime pas ça. J'ai fait comme ça, j'ai travaillé comme ça à une époque, surtout dans les fils de jeu. Mais à l'étape du fil de fer, on n'arrive jamais vraiment à bien se rendre compte de ce qu'on est en train de faire. Donc de rajouter une pré-ébauche comme ça qu'on pourra difficilement bidouiller si on s'est un peu gouré dans le fil de fer, ça m'embête, quoi. Du coup, parce que j'ai galéré comme ça à devoir rattraper des trucs et tout, avoir des volumes un peu faux. Enfin, j'aime pas du tout. Et bon, voilà l'excuse du bah oui, mais il faut ce pré-volume en dessous pour tenir la pâte, parce que sinon la pâte elle a pas assez de résistance mécanique. En fait, sinon si on tasse bien la pâte au départ, c'est bon, ça fonctionne. Et du coup, je préfère faire les armatures les plus fines possibles, même pour mes bustes. Les armatures, mais vraiment, c'est un fil de fer, quoi. Il y a presque rien, hein. C'est une croix en fil de fer quand même pour avoir un truc dans les épaules, mais les bras, par exemple, il n'y a rien dedans. C'est juste dès le début, je mets des masses bien tassées, pouf pouf, je taffe très fort pour bien enfoncer la pâte et bien chasser l'air et être sûr d'avoir des pré-volumes de bras que je vais retailler après si besoin est. Mais je préfère faire ça plutôt que d'avoir trop d'armature partout, parce qu'on se gourre toujours avec le fil de fer. Là, par exemple, on voit hein, par transparence, il y a des zones où voilà, le fil de fer, c'était pas bien positionné. Enfin, je l'avais bien positionné par rapport à ce que j'imaginais, mais comme ce qu'on imagine, c'est jamais ce qu'on finit par avoir, parce qu'on retouche toujours quand on travaille. Voilà. Donc c'est important d'avoir un fil de fer enfin d'avoir une armature fine qui ne vient pas avec laquelle on n'aura pas à lutter. C'est aussi pour ça que j'aime pas faire des zones droites. C'est-à-dire certains conseillent de plier l'armature, mais d'avoir ici, c'est droit, le fil de fer est droit. Et puis là, pareil. Moi, j'ai tendance à faire en fait le bassin comme ça. Il n'y a pas d'articulation. Normalement, il faudrait que ce soit droit. Enfin, beaucoup de gens préfèrent quand c'est droit. Moi j'aime pas parce qu'en fait l'entrejambe, il faut que j'ai de la masse ainsi ici pour pouvoir bidouiller un petit peu s'il y a besoin d'augmenter ou diminuer la hauteur du tronc, enfin n'importe quoi en fait. Et pour les épaules, souvent quand on la fait droite, moi j'avais tendance en fait à les faire droite, mais le problème c'est que si j'avais besoin de creuser pour les clavicules ou autre, je me retrouvais à être emmerdé avec ce fil de fer là. Donc vraiment, il faut faire l'armature en ayant une idée un peu anatomique, mais le vrai travail anatomique, il va vraiment, vraiment apparaître après. Ça, c'est une pré-étape. Il faut faire en sorte de ne pas se faire emmerder, de ne pas s'embêter et de se foutre dans des impasses avec l'armature. Mais une fois que c'est fait, du coup, c'est le travail de posture et tout ça, il vient se faire après. Ah, ok, oui, excuse-moi Patrick, je peux parler anglais. Bon, je continue un peu en anglais alors. Et je réexpliquerai, faut que je peux continuer un peu en français, et s'il y a des anglophones, ils me diront bonjour, et puis on en discutera après. Voilà. Je vais juste retraduire ce que je disais, so I was explaining a little how I was building my Armatures, because I had this tendency to always avoid to have too much work as a sketch. Prefer to not put a lot of work in building some kind of pre-volumes with epoxy. I prefer to work to just put a very thin layer of epoxy on my armature, put my polymer clay on it, and work right away, because we're always we can't foresee everything when it comes to posture. When you're posing your stuff, you can't foresee every volume, so you will inevitably make some mistakes, and you should let you some space, some room, sorry, to tinker with every little mistakes, and so make sure to not be stuck with armature. That's why I prefer to not have a straight line here nor here. Prefer to put those parts a little deeper in the body, specifically here in the core, the abdominal part, and here the chest, because I can always dig a little more here or here, and or add some clay, but I will not be annoyed by that armature. So that's my way of working with it. I'm doing the same with my busts. I prefer to just have very, very thin armature and work more with my clay. So here it's a little tedious, but I have to address every little lump, every little blob, every little uneven surface, and I will have to tinker with that and try to blend everything, make the thing clean. So I used some mineral spirit for that. I always have a little bit of mineral spirit here. Sorry for the square. And yes, that's interesting, but I don't want to put too much mineral spirit, because this will render my volume too round, and I don't want to have too round volumes. This is one of my major problems as a sculptor. I have this tendency to over smooth, over round my volumes, which is not great. You need to have some nervosity, so that's why I prefer to use some of that, but also use my rubber brushes, my clay shaper and color shapers, to just make sure that everything is connecting, is smooth, is going well. But it's not always simple to work only with that. So for some stuff, specifically this type of area, I like to use some mineral spirit from time to time, but try to not put too much of it on my figure. The thing is, there is no problem. You can use a lot of mineral spirit, and this will not destroy your clay, but this will dilute it. So I try to use it with caution. Alors, le fil de fer. Je vous réponds en français, puis je traduirai après. Le fil de fer, c'est du fil de fer galvanisé de chez Casto Merlin, Brico Dépôt, enfin n'importe quoi, du moment que ce soit du fil de fer galvanisé. Je pense que je vais tenter l'alu cuit pour certaines 54, parce que le problème du fil de fer, c'est que c'est rigide, et que moi, comme je disais aussi, alors le fil de fer, ça marche très bien, mais le problème du fil de fer, c'est que c'est très très rigide, et comme souvent, je suis obligé de rebidouiller les bras, parce qu'en fait, je sais pas pourquoi, j'ai beaucoup de mal à avoir je les coupe toujours un peu longs, mais c'est ça, bon là c'est fait exprès, hein, la longueur ici, mais quand je commence à faire mes volumes sur le milieu, comme ça, sur le tronc, les jambes, la tête, je me retrouve souvent avec des bras vachement trop longs en fin de compte, alors que je les avais plus ou moins mesurés, mais ça reste un peu trop long, parce que en fait c'est parce que souvent c'est au niveau de la posture, je finalise à cet endroit-là, et donc on peut se retrouver avec un peu plus d'épaules, ou donc ça vient complètement tout modifier, quoi. Donc c'est pour ça que je fais une pré-posture des bras au début, mais je vais souvent avoir l'air plié. Et j'aimerais bien essayer l'allure recuit, ça se vend, alors ça se vend, on peut en acheter dans les magasins d'art, rayon modelage, sculpture, c'est Esprit Composite souvent qui vend ça. Et j'aime bien parce que c'est beaucoup plus ductile, c'est plus mou en fin de compte. Et ça m'irait bien, c'est-à-dire travailler mon armature en alu recuit, et puis bon bah effectivement je pense que ça sera suffisant pour supporter le travail à l'outil, mais si j'ai besoin de replier, ça sera un petit peu plus facile. Avec la pince, ça sera un peu plus facile, parce que là des fois je tire les fesses, hein, parce que j'ai quand même beaucoup de masse et de trucs qui sont posés, j'ai les bras qui sont nus, il n'y a rien, il y a que le fil de fer, et je me mets à bidouiller avec mes pinces, pour ça aussi que je soude, c'est parce que ça me permet de bidouiller comme ça sans risquer de tout péter. Des fois je tire un peu les fesses, j'avouerai. Et pour la soudure, c'est du Roulotte 606 de mémoire, c'est une baguette bleue enrobée. Donc en fait il y a le flux quoi, qui enrobe la baguette sous forme de poudre. Et ça c'est pour la plomberie, ça se trouve pareil n'importe quel magasin. Et sur des toutes petites surfaces comme ça, tu peux utiliser un micro chalumeau. Il y en a un format, tiens j'en ai un, je vais te montrer. Hop. Ça, je peux utiliser ça chauffe suffisamment. Donc monogaz, rien tout bête quoi, c'est du camping gaz au butane. Voilà, camping gaz qui fait ça. Ils te vendent souvent une bouteille et le détendeur et puis la lampe quoi. Et puis voilà la baguette, hop je la montre ici, voilà. Donc ça c'est chez Rottenberger ou Rottenberger, enfin c'est une marque qu'on trouve dans les grandes surfaces de bricolage, et ça sert pour la plomberie. Et ça permet d'avoir comme ça un lien très fort, et ça évite de péter cette jonction là en fait ici, parce que là j'ai mon fil de fer qui est plié en deux, c'est le même fil de fer de jambe, c'est plié en deux ici, voilà. Et là en fait il y a juste un petit un U, c'est-à-dire que là il y a un fil de fer, là il y a un petit, je fais un petit U, et hop, là l'autre fil de fer. Et du coup ici souvent certains mettent un point de colle. Le problème c'est que si je dois bidouiller les bras, le point de colle il va péter quoi. Mais même si c'est de l'époxy, hein, ça va lâcher, c'est trop petit. Donc là je chauffe et je fous une bonne bouse de soudure ici. Enfin je brasse quoi, c'est de l'argent, hein, c'est essentiellement de l'argent. C'est pour ça que c'est un petit peu cher d'ailleurs ces baguettes. Et j'en remets aussi un peu en bas parce que sinon en fait quand on bidouille un petit peu ça a tendance à se séparer en bas aussi, c'est chiant. Donc j'en remets un peu en bas. Voilà. Comme ça que je fais pour obtenir mon truc, et ça me permet d'obtenir des armatures hyper propres. Mais il faut avoir, enfin voilà, ça me prend du temps quoi, faut avoir envie de s'emmerder un peu. Mais si tu as besoin d'une certaine exactitude en termes d'échelle, c'est vraiment une des meilleures façons de faire, parce que tu peux les travailler en posture neutre. Mais ouais, fil de fer galvanisé, 1 mm. Moi je l'ai chopé à Monsieur Bricolage. Voilà. Comme ça j'ai cité 3 marques, c'est bon. Monsieur Bricolage, Leroy Merlin, Castorama. Et je préfère le fil de fer galvanisé plutôt que le fil d'acier, enfin le fil, tout ce qui est fil inox, tout ça. Ça faut mieux éviter parce que c'est quand même super raide quoi. L'inox, j'en avais acheté une fois et c'est beaucoup trop raide. C'est ultra raide, et là du coup c'est chiant parce que tu vas rien replier, et puis même au moment de la découpe ça va être super pénible à couper. Pour le fil de fer galvanisé tu peux l'attaquer au rasoir denté. Tu fais une scie, en gros tu fais une micro scie avec un rasoir et tu peux vraiment l'attaquer comme ça. L'inox c'est possible mais c'est plus dur. Vraiment je conseille, c'est beaucoup plus facile de travailler au fil de fer galvanisé. Et en plus, l'inox, tu peux pas le souder à l'argent, je crois. Enfin, tu peux pas le braser avec le système que j'emploie. Je crois que pour l'inox, faut tout un système compliqué au TIG, enfin avec du tungstène. Moi, j'ai pas ça. Après, il y en a qui aiment bien utiliser aussi des fils de métal beaucoup plus ductiles que tout ce qui va être laiton, par exemple. Voire même utiliser, pour ceux qui collent, mais je pense qu'on peut braser, qui vont utiliser du laiton pour, mettons, les bras. Et puis pour le reste qui a besoin de plus de rigidité quand même, ils vont utiliser du fil de fer galvanisé. Je crois que c'était, je veux pas dire de bêtises, mais je crois que Rémi Tremblay fait ça, enfin ou l'a fait en tout cas. Il me semble avoir vu sur certaines de ses figurines une base faite en fil de fer galvanisé pour le torse et les jambes. Et puis pour les bras, du laiton. C'est un petit peu plus ductile, enfin franchement plus ductile, c'est un peu plus facile s'il y a besoin de les replier en fait. Et du coup ça nécessite peut-être pas de le braser, c'est peut-être suffisamment ductile pour endurer le point de colle, pour que le point de colle tienne dans ces cas. Après, on a tous nos trucs, hein, voilà. Moi j'en suis arrivé à faire ça parce que j'ai pété une paire d'armatures et que ça m'a vite gonflé de devoir les recommencer. De devoir redéfaire toute ma figurine pour refaire une meilleure armature. Donc voilà. Mais ouais, fil de fer. Toyasan was just explaining that it's my wire is just right from the hardware store. It's basic 1mm iron wire, and that's it. Very simple. But I'm considering using a more a softer one, like aluminum, specifically designed for figure sculpting, because it can be interesting if you have to repose it, because it's very difficult sometimes. I end up having to repose the arms, but since I begin to work with the trunk, head, and the two legs, I really have to. It's very difficult. I really have to pay a lot of attention to not ruin my work here while rebending these arms. But it's working. It's working. It's not that difficult. Là, je vais faire un truc. Alors, j'essaye de le faire de moins en moins. Ça, j'ai découvert que c'était bien, mais que ça me faisait perdre beaucoup de temps. C'est de gratouiller comme ça. Alors là, je le fais un peu parce qu'il y a des petits bumps. C'est pas super défini la zone. Là, j'ai perdu en définition avec le fait de sculpter ça. C'est normal parce que j'ai beaucoup de mouvements d'avant en arrière. J'ai un peu bricolé pour. Parce que là, il n'y a rien, il n'y a pas d'armature ni rien dedans. Donc ça a été un gros boulot pour le faire pas trop épais et qui tombe assez naturellement, ce manteau. Mais ouais, j'ai forcément pas mal abîmé l'arrière de mes plis, donc je vais utiliser ça pour pas trop déplacer les masses et vraiment éliminer les imprécisions le plus possible, quitte après à devoir rajouter un peu de masse plus propre. Et puis voilà. Alors je sais pas si je vais montrer aujourd'hui comment faire sur place la cotte de maille. Par contre, je peux vous montrer sur un bout de pâte ici à part. Je prends un gros zoom et je pense que je ferai ça. Ce sera plus simple parce que là il va falloir que je fasse des plis derrière déjà, pareil pour les bras. Et puis après, je vais faire des lignes d'1 millimètre, espacées d'1 millimètre. Donc il faudra faire des lignes. Là, il faudra déjà que je retouche les lignes pour pas, parce qu'il y aura des imprécisions, donc il faudra que je retouche un petit peu ça pour que j'aie des lignes le plus propres possible. Puis après, je viendrai pousser petit bout de pâte d'un côté de l'autre, chaque petit boudin va être poussé, chaque petit sillon, pour pouvoir créer ce motif en vague. Voilà. Et puis il y a même d'autres étapes qu'on peut rajouter, alors que je le ferai pas sur de l'isto, parce que ça donne pas un aspect très réaliste, je trouve, pour l'isto. Par contre, pour le fantastique, ça pète. C'est de vraiment détailler chaque maillon, quoi. Donc, prenez Mick par exemple, Michael Bigot, c'est un sculpteur qui bossait chez Rackham et qui est un un des meilleurs auxquels je puisse penser en termes de sculpture traditionnelle. Le mec, c'est une brute, quoi. Ce qu'il fait, c'est incroyable. Et quand il sculpte des codes de mailles, c'est chaque petit maillon est indépendant et bien imbriqué l'un dans l'autre. Mais pour de l'isto, je trouve que ça marche moyen. Parce que justement, c'est trop précis, en fait. L'isto, c'est bien d'avoir un petit côté un peu plus juste texture. Je trouve ça un petit peu plus, ouais, un petit peu plus crédible pour l'isto. Et en fantastique, ça pète ce côté détaillé, chaque maillon, ça claque vraiment, quoi. Il y a même des mecs comme c'était Edgar Skomorowski qui faisait ça quand il bossait chez Forge World. Lui, il utilise carrément du fil de fer de 0,1 ou du fil de cuivre, mais vraiment des trucs de 0,1, quoi, donc super fin. Et il coupe et il fait des maillons, en fait. Il va refaire quasiment une vraie cotte de maille. Alors pareil, c'est très bien pour du fanta, pour de l'isto, je trouve que c'est pas génial. Parce qu'en fait, une cotte de maille histo, déjà souvent les maillons étaient plats. Puis l'autre truc, c'est que souvent il y avait deux types de montage, il y a le 4 en 1 ou 6 en 1. Et du coup, bon, rien que là, déjà, c'est un peu compliqué d'arriver à le représenter sur une figurine. Suivant que chaque anneau à l'intérieur, il y ait 6 ou il y ait 4 anneaux qui s'imbriquent. Voilà. Pour ça, j'ai toujours tendance à trouver que voilà, les petits maillons faits vraiment esquissés, en fait, je trouve ça beaucoup plus élégant sur le listo. So yes, I was explaining that I really like these tendency from some fellow sculptors in the fantastic domain. The fact that some of them are able to sculpt each and every ring of a male armor. It's very interesting, very time consuming, but I think it's better to not do that on historical models. Because I think it's a little more elegant and how can I say that? Believable if you're treating it as a sketch and as a texture. But for fantasy models, I think it's great. And I just talk about Michael Bigot, which is an incredible. He's an incredible sculptor. Very, very good one. Extremely good one. And he loves to sculpt some full ringed male armor. Okay, so it's not too bad. Here I got rid of the majority of the little bumps and lumps of clay. That's cool. L'autre intérêt de faire ça avec, de travailler comme ça en gratouillant, c'est que ça va me permettre de tendre un petit peu les volumes sans trop déplacer les masses. On les déplace un petit peu là forcément parce que c'est à la limite, donc voilà, mais tu vois, quand je travaille ici, ça m'évite de déplacer les masses, ça vient gratter en surface. Ça reproduit un effet de ponçage en fait. Après, le Fimo, c'est un peu mou pour ce type de technique, mais bon, ça marche quand même, donc je le fais, quoi. Oh, hi Joe. Quite well. I received my second dumbbell, so I'm kind of happy. So I can say that the Bar Village is a great website. Thumbs up. And I will send them an email just to say how happy and content I am, because it's great. So yeah, but the problem is I just overuse my left shoulder, so I have it's aching a little. Okay, it's not that bad, but I prefer to have a break of several days prior to have to, to stop for 1 month, because I don't want to ruin completely my rotator cuff. But it's not a problem. I will have 1, 2, 3, maybe a week if I have to, just to get rid of that little ache I have in my rotator cuff. And yeah, apart from that, it's great. I'm working on my night, and I'm kind of happy. And I found a nice idea because I always thought it was a little stupid to. No. First thing first. The main idea was to put the shield here on the back, okay, with the what we call the leather strap, the guiche, used for carrying the shield on the back, like it's a paladin or something like that, a knight without anyone, which is a little dumb, but why not? This archetype is quite cool. But the problem is two problems. The first, here, I will not add a cross or anything like that. You can do it with paints, and it would be great. And you can paint it as a knight, classic civilian knight from the century. Not a guy in Ordo some stuff. In a militant order like Templars or Hospitalier, and the idea will be to have some heraldic here on the chest. So with the guiche, I would ruin that potentiality for someone to express himself with some free-handed stuff on that part. And the other problem will be that a shield is great for heraldic, but on the back, no one will see it in contests. You have to take the mini in hand, so the judges will see it, but in contest, no one will be. So I thought of creating some kind of an architectural idea, a column or something like that, or an arc, and put the shield there, and just on laying partially on the on this architectural element, and I think this will be better, because as a composition it gives a better idea, and everyone will see free-handed stuff on that shield and on that chest. So that's my idea. So I'm sticking to it because I think it's better, and also this will spare me a lot of troubles with this cloak, because I will have to change a lot of things if I had to put it here. So I prefer to let that the way it is and use this new idea. And thank you. Thanks. It's very much better than this version. The version was very bad. The new one is by far better in any way. And it's in hand. It's one of my best figure. I think it's one of my best. I'm very happy to the way it turned. And this type of subject is great if you want to work on folds. Yeah, thank you. And also this could be very interesting if I want to sell it, because I can provide a full vignette, you know, some kind of a full scene, because this archetype of a knight is completely overmade. There is a lot of offer for such type of mini, so mine will not stand out that much. So I think this could be cool to create this type of element, and yeah, this could be a good selling point. I mean, because I think I will try to sell that too. We'll see. And if not, this could be cool to put as an painted creation, you know, one stand creation, complete creation in contest. I'm really happy. I love this type of knight. I tried to emulate the Andrea miniature style on that one, specifically for the folds, the fabrics. And I'm kind of happy. It's not perfect by any means, but I'm kind of happy. Good. And I made another armature, which maybe will be a gladiator. I really want to sculpt a Murmillo. I love gladiators, and I really want to paint a Murmillo. I already made one from Alexandros, which is a beautiful mini, but I want to make my own. And gladiators are great. I mean, you can do a lot of great minis with that. Murmillo, Thrax, Pomacus. Oh yeah, can make the horse. Never sculpted any horse, but can try. Yeah, this could be great. And all the paraphernalia you can find with knights. So because it has lots of knights, had spears and secondary weaponry, like these big masses, which were not that big to say. I saw some of them, some that have been found, so actual stuff, and it was not that big. Maces were not that big. Okay, now but yep, this could be great, yeah, to add a horse, maybe as an option. If I want to try my hand on sculpting a horse, I can try to sculpt a centaur. I had an idea of a female centaurus with a spear, with a specific posture. That could be great for me to study horse, make a bunch of mistakes, which is not a big problem for me if it's in fantastic, in fantasy. Oh yeah, be good. sculpting some helots. It would be a great thing for me if I want to attend some great contests like Monte San Savino, or with fully painted creation, to create the complete suit of guys following maybe one Templar Knight, for example. So you may have one sergeant, one or two other fellow knights if the guy is quite important, or other what they call turcopole, which were guys from the area working for them. Could be great. Oh yeah, can buy something for reference. Yeah, I delayed that too much, but I need to buy some 3D references anyway, specifically for human. I will benefit a lot because flat references are not that great. I have to say, if you want to buy some references, if you want to sculpt, the best thing for me would be to buy planar figures from 3D Total, not a knockoff or worse, a recast, but the actual stuff it's very good. And I really need to buy some. I will order them maybe today. And yeah, maybe I'm buying a horse, Breyer horse. Not sure what it is, Breyer horse. If it's a 3D model, or I think it's that. Okay. And I really want to sculpt also a Centurion. I love Centurions. I just painted one, but I really want to make my own. Try to make it as accurate as possible. Okay. I really enjoy historical mini. This is truly something I love to do. So here I'm making a motion a little against the thing, because I want to increase this little recess here without too much moving my maces. So I'm just doing that, and here I'm just rolling classically. There it is. So when it comes to smoothing like that, you can use pretty much any type of rubber brush. Here I'm using a taper point because it's easy for me to roll, but you need to understand that you have to have a steady hand and to not push. Absolutely not. Not pushing, just rolling gently. It's very important. And I had this tendency to put saliva, which is not a problem, but in that case I tend to avoid, because I don't know if it's me or everyone, but my saliva is kind of, I don't know, acidic or something like that. It's attacking the polymer clay. So prefer to avoid to push too much saliva to not destroy polymer clay. There it is. Yeah, but I use this as a reference because I want to have some. Here I have a little too much, but I want to have a lot of information because if I don't have it, if I don't have this stylization, the thing will be quite dull and not that interesting. So that's why I have this tendency to put a lot of crests and recesses, a lot of folds, and if I have to, I may get rid of some of them, but only if I have to, because yeah, there is the reality, but also what's happening and what's not. And for me, a lot of folds are really appealing as a painter. So that's why I'm making a lot of folds, even though it's not the most realistic stuff. Because it's interesting to paint, even though it's not that realistic. So that's why I'm putting a lot of effort in order to create a lot of these little volumes, catch light, because I think it's interesting. And since my main influence is Andrea Miniature, they just put a lot, I mean, shit ton of, of volumes. And yeah, that I'm using this little guy as a way also to learn from Andrea Miniature, because I love Andrea Miniature. So yeah, even though I know that it was heavy fabric and not that realistic, I love the style. But I will not add far more than what I already have here. We'll just refine this, but here I have a little stuff to address. Yeah, Eastern Roman. Oh, surcoats made of silk. Oh yeah. I knew that some Chinese soldiers use some paper armor, which was extremely resistant to stabbing. It was basically it was some something you can call we call a broigne in France. In English, I don't know. It's something like a scale armor. In French, we have a word for that, broigne. And those scales were made in a lot of layers of paper. It was extremely resistant stabbing, even if with arrows. It was incredible. Oh yeah. But here my main idea is to just emulate a style from a manufacturer I really like. Not thinking too much. You know, also the buckles will not be that accurate. This will be something very basic. Problem is, for some subjects I really want to be as accurate as possible, but here just relying on some memories and focusing more on style. Oh yeah. The Linothorax, the Kevlar of antiquity. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. I saw some really great reenactors when it comes to antiquity and Roman antiquity. I think of my idea of sculpting a centurio. I saw some reenactors with, I mean, freaking presence. They were quite big guys, but and quite old, but great, with great face and extremely accurate paraphernalia. Because I mean the costumes were extremely accurate because it was from reenactors known for their focus on accuracy, historical accuracy. So it's great. There's a couple of pictures I will definitely try to create in 3D. Oh yeah, you said glued layers of linen had bits of give upon impact. Yeah, so it's mitigating a lot of the strike, I can imagine. Okay, 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 okay. There it is. It's really funny. For today's live stream, I dropped Psytrance. I'm listening to some creepypastas. I'm not listening to it, but I'm just have that as a background noise. And the guy has a very soothing voice. I had a lot of troubles to sleep last night. I wake up at 4. I was not that happy. Yeah, just put these creepypastas and just slept 6 more hours without even thinking of it. The guy has very, very, very soothing voice. It's Crip Smack Pasta. Sometimes he's making a lot of his live streaming creepypastas. It's really, really nice. I love the voice of the guy. It's extremely calming. I love that. It's very interesting because I can focus on my work and what's said to me. I'm really relaxed, specifically for doing such tedious work. I really don't like to do that, but since I'm live streaming, it's very interesting. Oh, great book series by Europa Militaria. Oh yeah, definitely try to find that. Maybe I can sail the high seas to find the best is to buy such book, but it's not always easy to find it when I need it. Number 2, okay, something comparable to Osprey. I think it's the name of this book series about soldiers from many eras. Okay. this cloak has been a pain in my rear because I have nothing in that. I tried something but it was not working at all, so I didn't try to do it. Oh yeah, thanks. If I don't find that, yeah, I'll send you a DM, yeah. Thank you. And yeah, I tried something. I put a layer of polymer clay. I put on a layer of polymer clay a layer of aluminum foil in order to have something a little firmer, something more solid than just polymer clay. But it was too difficult to work with that, so I gave up and I worked classically, so without any armature in that. And since you can see there is some room here without any volume to lay against, so it has been extremely painful for me to work on that without ruining what I already made. For these volumes here, it's been extremely difficult. I mostly sculpted with mineral spirit. And you say in this book, live photos of reenactors with a really great work. Yeah, definitely. Can be very interesting for me, yeah. I always try to go to reenactors when it comes to historical minis. And yeah, definitely this could be a great tool for me. There we are, and here I want to also, here I'm using another shape just to go a little further in these recesses. There. Yeah, definitely. Here I will have to add some clay here. Just there. I'll do that later. Continue to roll my taper point. Yeah, I know that, but on that, I have some metallic mesh. I tried to use some epoxy on that one, but I ended up having something very difficult to work, and I managed to work without making anything in epoxy. So yeah, overall I'm quite happy to just use that, even though it has been a pain in my rear to work like that, my rear part. Yeah, I'm kind of happy the way it turned. Oh yeah, okay. I have some mesh. I found a nice supplier. Some artists, material suppliers are selling some mesh. I don't know what for, but they're selling some, and I bought some. So here it's very soft. I just roll a little bit. Oh yeah, but I will cut it. If I have to mold it, I will definitely bake it and cut it. So and rebuild the back of my figure if needed. But this will be cut, and maybe I will sand a little that part and reshape the back and bake just the stuff I will reshape using a heat pistol or something like that. I know that Michael Bigot, I talked about his work earlier in the stream. I know that he's working like that, trying to not put too much various materials on his figures, and for everything like capes, cloaks, etc. He's using, he's working the inner part, bake, and work the other part afterwards, and rebake. Yeah, using the latest kitchen tech. Yeah. Definitely should try to use. I managed to find a new oven, and someone, my mother, she had a spare one because she was not using it. So she gave me the thing, and the problem is just that for now I didn't find the time to put it somewhere and use it. It could be better to use that type of oven and not the one used for our food. I don't know. This could be better. So we'll add a little bit of clay. I'm using a little piece of paper because it's non-sticky. So it's really easy for me to work with it. Crap, I lost my my blob of clay, so we'll do another one. There it is. We'll just put here. No, because I don't. I have here some space, and if I put clay in that, this will not be good. It will not be very nice. I prefer to keep this little space I have between this part and the body. You can see. You'll see here. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah. Here I have a very big undercut. More than an undercut. So I have to cut because I want to keep this as it is. I don't want to put clay in that part because this will not be good to look. I can do maybe a 3-part mold, but I don't know if it's a good idea. And it's a detail, but I really want to keep this gap because I think it's interesting. So there it is. I will add a little more there. There it is. Very soft, very sweet, not too much. There it is. Okay. Maybe I should try to explain a little how I'm making armatures. I said that earlier in the stream, but I'm considering doing that maybe in that stream or just the next one. I don't know. Explaining a little my process on how I'm making armatures. Oh yeah, you can do that. I've done such thing when I was making some gaming minis. It's just that maybe I could try the way Michael Vigo is working, because the guy is one of the best figure sculptor I can think of in the traditional medium, and I know that he used a lot Fimo, and he's not reluctant to make multiple bakes if needed, just if needed. It's not something he's making a lot, but if required. Yeah. But right now my main focus, I have to say, is to simplify my process, and not. No, I'm using obviously for these elements. I use some epoxy. It's Magic Sculpt. It's one of my favorite epoxy. Here there is some green stuff, but for the most part it's Magic Sculpt. But apart from that, I'm really trying to not have to overthink my creations, because I end up mostly thinking of how I will do something without doing something, overthinking a lot, and forgetting how that I need to do it. It's strange, rather strange. But when it comes to such thing, I try to do what I have to do, and if I have to encounter any problem, I'll do it I will deal with it by cutting. Crap. Where is my my little tool here? Try to just uniformize a little bit. Just here, like that. There it is. The right arm, this one. Yeah. No, I think I will use my dented razor. It's a little flexible, so I will have to attack here and may just cut a little too much on the biceps, but I will reshape it. And here, for that part, I can dig. You can cut razor blade with scissors, so I will just create something pointy and I will dig in it. So I think now we'll not have a problem. Maybe I will not cut the head. Try to create one piece with the cloak and the head. Cut underneath the hood here. And cut that arm. That one, I don't know, maybe because I have a little gap between the wrist and that and the helmet, so maybe we'll have to cut that one. We'll see. And yeah, maybe one leg or two. But after baking, I'll see. Yeah, I wanted to put some mineral spirit. You not have to over. There it is. Here. And here. Ah, lovely. Yeah, his left arm. I love the odor of mineral spirit. This is some kind of a tick, you know. I dip the brush, use my mineral spirit. Oh, sniff it. I love that. I'm kind of happy with the sword, but this part in English, I don't know the name. In French, it's called boutrole. It's a little big. I will cut that thing. It's too big. Apart from that, I'm kind of happy. I have to say, yeah, maybe, or not. A dented razor is extremely sharp and extremely thin, so this will not make a big difference, you know, using that. And I'm denting it. You can hear. And that type of tool, this one is too old, so I have it's dented here and here, but apart from that, it's extremely efficient, very thin, and I can work. I can cut everything, the clay, the back clay, the wire. This will be very simple for me to work with that. It's not that big of a deal. I will also put some mineral spirit here. So of course I'm not using hardware store mineral spirit, it's artistic grade mineral spirit. So it's more refined and less aggressive. Here it is. Okay. Because I don't want to use over aggressive stuff that will completely ruin my work. Yep. Also, a good idea could be to sculpt. I'm not very convinced by the new orcs boss stuff from Games Workshop, and I think it could be very fun to sculpt a big boss orc. Sculpting my own, I have some of them, old metallic ones, which were the best for me. And I can measure some stuff and create, my own big boss. But of course, I can't imitate the pristine and incredible, almost godly style of Games Workshop, because it's not good. I don't own the rights. Oh, so I don't have to do that. But maybe I shouldn't do that, but maybe I will do it anyway. Yeah. Oh, you hate the new orcs. Not really a big fan. Some stuff are good, but others are rather strange. No. Not a huge fan of the new proclivity of Games Workshop right now. So yeah, we'll see. I enjoyed their slanishy stuff, which were pretty good for me, but new orcs, not a huge fan. And also I had a nice idea for my version of Celestine. I love the old Celestine, the one I already shown, with the cloak and the two angels and this Christic posture. She was great, and I had an idea to make something like that, but with the proportions of the nowadays figures, So this could be interesting. So I will maybe I will do that also. The Celestine plastic one was not bad, but I didn't like the anime feel I get from it. I like the two other figures from that kit, the sister Gemini. They were great. I like their attitude and their pose. But Celestine, she was okay-ish, but not the Celestine I really wanted to have. It was lacking this baroque idea. The other one had. So yeah, strange, but yeah. Okay, and yes, the arm will be covered in mail armor. I will have to sculpt some folds, just some of them. Of course, you don't have a lot of folds with mail armor in reality, but the same goes for mail armor and for my cloak. Here it's really influenced by Andrea miniatures, so I want to stick to their style and see what's happening. Okay. Okay. So just to show you how I will sculpt the male armor. I have some old and quite dirty clay. I will show you how I will do a little clay slab and I will work on that. Just here. Just mix and knead it a little. And I'll show you. Lose the shield. Okay, so just putting that. Okay, I will zoom in a little, show you every little thing. There it is. And oh, okay, so it's really dirty. Okay, try to remove most of the dirt. I will use this afterwards as a mean to clean my hands. Know that a lot of polymer clay artists, the one who are making mostly girls and women making jewels, earrings, small cakes. I know that it's very good advice they're giving to use a bit of spare clay just to clean your hands, to remove every little piece of dirt beforehand. I think it's yeah, something I should have think of before. So here we are. So the first step for me would be to use this, which is a needle just bent. And we'll do some lines. So maybe one here. Sorry. Another one, maybe another one here. So it's a little big, but there. Just for you to understand. Okay. So of course, when I will do it on the mini, I will have to be very consistent in the width of my my stripes, my lines, the depth, and I will have to correct stuff by using just some little amount of clay to create the most even possible, to make this line the most even possible, to not have too much work to put on the next step. So yeah, so here it's not perfect by any means, but it's not easy to show you. Okay, so there it is. Just create some limits here and here, there. So now that I have, this basic pattern. Now I will use another tool, which is basically the same but with a very blunted needle, completely sanded, very round. And I will do the first row, for example, pushing to the right. So push, 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 push. Push a little more. Push, push, push. And the other row, push, 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 push. Sorry, but my freaking earphones are just too big, so I can't see exactly what I'm doing, and I'm sorry for that. So I'm a little clumsy, so I will just mark it a little more. There, there, there. And now the other part here, to the right, 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 to the right. And now to the left, 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 to the left. More here, yeah. To the right, 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 to the right. Okay. To the left, to the left. So imagine doing that. On each and every part of your miniature, covered with mail armor. So of course this will not be perfect by any means, so I will have to correct everything afterwards. I will not do it that because it's just to show you the basics of how to make mail armor, but the figure will have to be try to be better. There it is. Now do it here, do it here, 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 and here. Okay, so as you can see, that's how you can achieve mail armor. I will zoom in to show you a little more closer. So I'm sorry, it's not that good. I don't have enough lights. I will light another one. Yeah, there we are. And it's the basic on my model. I will have to add little bits of clay here and there to correct some stuff, but the basic, it's that. I will go back in a sec I just have to drink my potion magique. My magic potion. No, my protein. And yeah, after that, go back to my work. Sorry, I go back in a sec. Cool. Sorry. Yeah, Joe, you like the way I'm making this mail armor? I'm saying mail armor because I heard a YouTuber, Metatron, ranting about no, that's not called the chainmail, that's called mail armor. So I'm calling it mail armor. But yeah, never mind. So that's the way I'm working it. There's some other steps you can add. You can just try to make every ring independent, and with a paintbrush slightly push one into another. But I think, just for my test, it's a little overkilling it when it comes to historical models, because making such, how can I say, texture, treating that as a texture and not a true detail, I think it suits more the subject when it comes to historical figures. But for fantasy ones, I really like to make some other stuff, each and every stuff. Yes, you're doing the C's. It's basically some C's here, but I push in one direction and the other one. I don't know what is the big difference between yours and mine. Maybe you're drawing each C. That. Maybe you're drawing each C. I could try. It can be great also. Just this. This. Yeah, this can work too. It can be a good idea to work with both methods. I I really enjoy that one because there's a lot of volumes embedded in it, but it's really it can be very difficult to stay consistent on a lot of yeah. Something that taste, I think. I should work my hand on it. This isn't something you can acquire like that, but yeah. But that one is my basic idea. There's also people using this type of tool, but I'm not really convinced. Using that, use that. It's like to change direction in each row. Not even seeing what I'm doing here. I know some people like to use that. I put a wire in it, but maybe I should remove it. Like this. I'm not really convinced by this this way of working. You can be very consistent, but yeah, no, that one is my go-to, I have to say. Yeah, chainmail is pain, yes, even in digital painting, yeah, definitely. But it's very it can be very time consuming to do such thing. And here it's a good practice for me to work. I made this tool a few days ago. Beforehand, I used too sharp needle, so I tried to really blunt the needle, and it's working even better. And it can be great also to work as a smoothing device on some part of your miniature. But I love to use a very sharp needle to draw the first. Oh no, it's not even a syringe. It's made of pop can, soda can. This was from Red Bull. I sent it. I just shaped it with a piece of wire of something like, don't know, 0.5 or 0.3 millimeter. Used it to have a round shape here. So it's folded, and I send it just to create this half circle end, and you can use it as a stamp. And yes, it's made in a C form. But here, what I like with this method, just have to draw some lines and to focus mainly on the first step, making some even lines, and if I made a mistake, I can correct it on my model. But as you can see, it's very tedious and very difficult, so I don't know if I will be able to stream on my model. So I'm showing you on the flat surface because it's easier for me to do and to show you the way I'm working it. Here, for example, I slightly bent my line, so I have to correct that a little. Another thing that can be great is to work on a flat surface. Do the best way possible, a good amount of that, and bake it, and use it as a reference, as a master, to create a mold and create basically a silicone stamp, maybe for some very hard to reach surfaces. Could be interesting. No, or just to not pay too much attention and to be more consistent. This is something that can be considered as a method, I think. Here, just to not mess with there. To the right, no, to the left, sorry. To the right, to the left, to the left, to the left. Here it's very roughly made because I don't pay too much attention at each step, trying to make it quite fast to make my point and just explain the basic technique, but you have to understand the process is super time consuming and super boring to do, let alone to watch. So yeah, as you can see, oh yeah, small burnisher, yeah. But basically, this type of needle is like a burnisher tool. Very very handy, very simple, very precise. And since it's bent, I really can work in each way, because it's very difficult, to stay consistent with a straight one when you have to push one side and the other. It's difficult, so you have to change your hand, or here it's easier for me. I push one side, pull the other side, like that, create some basic forms without any problem. It's not, it's almost not attacking the clay. It's really great. So yeah, that's my my way to work such details, but it's a freaking pain in the I can imagine. So as you can see here, for example, let me I think it's something made like that. Really soft, really sweet. I have that for reference. Oh, your cat needs some placing. Okay, I will now continue a little of my smoothing, and afterwards I will call it a day because I need to sleep. Okay. Oh yeah, he is extremely active. Oh, you already said that. I remember your cat is some kind of a godfather. Some kind of a terror. The big boss of the hood. I think it's nice. Yeah, okay. Maybe this could be a good, also a good subject for a video. Making mail armor. Ah, yeah. He wants to go out. Okay. Oh, and also I need to create another program for my workout because I will have to change a little. Yep, that's cool. Just scratch here. There it is. Oh, hi Kenneth. Great. And you? I hope you're doing well. It's okay. Little problem with my left shoulder. I asked too much from my old rotator cuff. So I had to put it at rest. But apart from that, great. And I received today my second dumbbell, so now I am the happy owner of a pair of body solid 20 kilo dumbbells, and I am happy. Definitely I'm happy with the thing. The thing I'm not happy with, where did I put my loop tool? Yeah, I had a very small loop tool. Here, just straightening the thing here, like that. That's it. It's good, it's okay, and nothing is a problem here. I think it's good. I'll just there it is. Just put that aside. And use my taper point here to smooth things a bit. There. There it is. There. Hehehe. Capes. Yeah, sorry, don't know why. Oh yeah, it's appearing. I need to fix my my window. You know, the one with displaying the chat. It's a lot of delay. So sorry about that. I wish capes come back into fashion. Yeah, could be great. Maybe this will happen one day. Okay. Hat with feathers, great. Yeah, definitely. I said earlier, I love. There's basically 4 types of mini I really enjoy in historical ones. First, gladiators. second, Centurios, Roman legionaries, but I really like Centurios. Knights, that third, and fourth, I love Landsknecht. So feathers, fabric everywhere. You know, these hold hollow fabric, hollow stuff. You know, those big clothing. We call it vêtements à crever. So you know these bands with some holes showing what's underneath. So I love that. A lot of ribbons, a lot of feathers and big clothing. Yeah, something in that taste. A little earlier. Oh yeah, you talk about 17th, yeah. Landsknecht is more 400. Okay. So very gently, very soft, because if I push too much, I will break the thing. And if it happens, I will yell, scream. Okay, I think it's not too bad. But yeah, I think. Oh yeah. Well, for me, I think one of my favorite, all-time favorite, was Cyrano de Bergerac. I came across just an excerpt from the movie with Gérard Depardieu. I read the entire piece, of course, which is wonderful, but the interpretation from Gérard Depardieu was definitely there was something very fun. You know, what we call la tirade du nez. So the news tirade, in which is some noble fool just made fun of him, and he just showing that he is mocking himself in a better way that he can even imagine, and it was incredible. And at one time he's just saying one thing, that his sword is tickling him. In French, it's great. He said just ouch, j'ai des fourmis dans mon épée. My sword is tickling me, and saying that the young fool just went a little too far, and he will most likely have a duel against him. And this part is called, in the piece, it's called l'envoi, and basically the guy will fight the young fool, the young noble fool, by improv, and by doing so, I mean, at the same time, he will improvise a poem. And the last part, it's called l'envoi, and there is this thing that is coming again, and which is at the end of that part, I will touch you with my sword. So in French, it's giving à la fin de l'envoi, je touche, and it's incredible. It's just incredible. The thing is, it's beautiful. The scene is great. And it's one of the few French films I find really fun. There's great French films, but you know, sometimes very you need to. It's not that fun. That can be good, but not that fun. That movie is very fun. It's really good. It's also a tragedy, of course, but that scene, wonderful. Yeah, you liked it, Joe? Yeah, great stuff. And it was a good role for Depardieu, because he already had quite a nose, I have to say. Cyrano de Bergerac, Kenneth. I will type it. It's oh, it's not working here. It's Cyrano de Bergerac, Bergerac. Yeah. I can't remember the name of the director, but yeah. And if you can watch it in French with subtitles, because definitely there is some kind of a music here. French can be absolutely awful in some movies, but in that one, because it's coming from a theater piece written by Edmond Rostand, and it's all written in verses. You know, everything is rhyming. It's beautiful. I mean, the thing is beautiful. It's beautiful French, even though you may not understand. I mean, the way it's just like some, you know, Shakespeare in English. It's beautiful. I don't have the level to understand the amount of greatness of Shakespeare, of course, but I know that for a fact that it's beautiful English, and for that one, it's beautiful French. Definitely beautiful French. A lot of the time I'm really harsh on my own country, but when something is good, it can be very good. Oh yeah, didn't know that. play was responsible for introducing the word panache into the English language. Didn't know that. Thanks for the information. And yeah, Joe, Chronicles of Charles IX by Prosper Mérimée. Yeah, I didn't read that. I should try to read it. Definitely. Okay. This is something I should try to do another time. I read some classics, some French classics, you know, like Les Miserables or Madame Bovary, or you know, some very big classics, Le Horla, you know, so stuff like that. But I really need to read this type of. I never read Mérimée, for example, which is a big problem for me. So yeah. Okay. 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 It reminded me of one book from Balzac, Père Goriot, Father Goriot, in which you had a young, fierce guy trying to make his way in the Parisian society back then. A guy called Rastignac. Just put some. Oh yeah, he's a Huguenot. Okay, and his brother is an ex-Huguenot Catholic. Ooh. Family dinners could be very could be turmoil. I can imagine. From a good person the brushes, yeah. Yeah, they're not that bad, but yeah, it's not that good either. So yeah, I use them for sculpting, and after that, I'm just using the handle for my tools. Okay, there it is. There it is. Okay. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah. This Night of Saint Barthélemy, yeah. What an awful memory. But yeah. Okay. I think I saw it, but it was a very long time ago. I can't remember. But I really think Darren Margot, I think I saw it. But this is, yeah. I remember one thing you talk about Three Musketeers. One thing Alexandre Dumas used to say. He said that you can rape history, but if it's for making beautiful children. I like the way he's putting it. In French, it's great. Vous pouvez violer l'histoire si c'est pour lui faire de beaux enfants. That guy would be cancelled. On Twitter, he would be cancelled. Even though the man was mixed race. His grandfather was a slave, I think. I think it was his grandfather. Yeah. The guy would have been so cancelled. You can rape history if it's from if you're making her some beautiful children. And the way it's wonderful. So I'm not a professional translator, so it's not. I think my wording is not that good in English, but in French it's so fun. So fun. I mean, it's really well put together. It's a really good sentence to remember. Yeah. Oh, and here on YouTube we have another descendant of black French soldier. The guy, his name is something Toussaint, and his ancestor was called Toussaint l'Ouverture. And he was also a Napoleonic general, I think. Toussaint l'Ouverture, yeah. Yeah. A great movie, but instead it's better to not kill his black. Yeah, that's a problem of wokeness. No culture and just virtue signal everywhere. Wokeness is no culture. Wokeness is just bad. Stupid. And there's a lot of stuff, you know. Alexandre Dumas, I just rethink about him that he faced some very racist comment, nasty stuff, but the way he dealt with it was great. And yeah, there are some stuff, you know. One guy one day just to mock him, just said, "Oh yeah, Mr. Dumas, your father was mixed race, and your grandfather was black, so your great grandfather was what, an ape?" And so it was extremely racist. And I can't remember, but the guy, he said something like, "Yeah, my family is evolving, yours is not," or something like that, because it was, you know, it was referencing the evolution theory, you know, And the way he answered that was great. I mean, it dealt with that like a master, you know. It could be great in a movie. Just make a movie about Alexandre Dumas or about his ancestor, or both. Could be great. Yeah. Yeah, we need a world ending event. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, yeah. It's the BBC, but the BBC is complete. They're dumb. I mean, the thing, the way they're handling things is completely stupid and dumb, and yeah, it's completely crazy. It's just good old virtue signaling. Nothing more, nothing deeper than that. You know, they turn Anbola in black, which is just cringe. The thing's cringe-inducing. Anne Boleyn, Elizabeth I's mother. No, she was not a black woman. Period. You can do plenty of great movies, historical ones, about black women, but not Anne Boleyn, because Anne Boleyn was not black. Or you're making a very liberal idea adaptation. So, but here they tried to stick to the period with costumes, with the old scenery stuff. But they turned Black Boleyn into a black woman, and yeah, it's stupid. It's just stupid, there is nothing to say more than that. Oh, and Zeus, yes, and Caesar, I think. They tried to do that also. It's completely stupid. And I heard some creators, some black creators, beginning to say that it was rather insulting to just give them, yeah, we give you that, and that's all. You have no story, you have nothing interesting to tell, so we will give you that because otherwise you're not interesting, and your history isn't, and your and the cultures, various cultures, found to be from in black majority societies are not interesting. So we will give you that. Take those shards, and that's it. I think it's completely stupid. And yeah, of course, it's not the way you have to create genuine diversity. Oh yeah. Griggs as being a Liv Klarskin. Yeah. Yeah, I don't understand that. Maybe it's just because of lack of culture, for some people. I mean, some people in prominent positions when it comes to pop culture, they just don't have any culture, let alone have any intelligence at all. And yeah, they're just trying to they're projecting their own racism and their own extremely narrow views of things, very shallow one. So they're trying to fit everything in their own narratives. I think it's just crazy. Just a big problem. I mean, they're obnoxious. I really need to And there's a lot of things you can tell about black people, French black people. There's a lot of great stuff to be told, and some stuff to be highlighted, and also some rather crappy part of our history. Have to deal with it. And this could be great to create some good movie about that. Good films. But a lot of people seems to prefer or think that it's preferable to just make some bland and blunt and stupid and shallow statements. Very childish view of things. Don't know. Oh yeah, a great real TV show about Shaka Zulu. I think of him as some kind of the African Vercingetorix guy who managed to unify people against a common enemy. Great. Yeah, Pepe le Pew. Pepe le Putois. I love Pepe le Putois. You call it Pepe le Putois, it's French for Pepe le Pew. It's so fun. The poet, Pepe. Stinky, but the poet. Yeah. Okay. But he was one of my favorite Looney Tunes. Always found Pepe le Pew super funny. But since in French we had this tendency to give him an Italian accent. That's very funny because a lot of French characters in French version of some shows are depicted as Italian. That's very closely related. Should learn Italian. Oh yeah. Am I using epoxy sculpt? No, I'm using Fimo, so it's polymer clay, and for that, this part, the sword and the helmet, it's magic sculpt. But it's an epoxy compound, so it's I think it's really close to epoxy. Should try to use that. It's not easy to find here. Can be kind of difficult. And yes, Joe, you found the Vercingetorix to be lame. Oh, why? You won at Gergovie, lost in Alesia, yes, but you won at Gergovie. I'm saying that because in Asterix there is Asterix chez les Arvernes, je crois. So Asterix in name of a tribe from the south, not the south, but the center of France. Never mind. In that there is a there is a little gag, something very funny, in which everybody knows where Gergovie, the plateau de Gergovie, where the Gergovie battleground was, because it was victory. But Alésia, nobody knows. No, Alésia, we don't know where it is. Gergovie, yes, Gergovie, it's here, Gergovie is great. Alésia, nobody knows. I thought it's funny. I thought it was funny. I don't know the one in the group here. No, cartoon reference is great. I mean, cartoon is culture. I love cartoons. We used to have this very, very great TV show in France called Sa Cartoon. And it was great. It was Sunday evening. I watched that as a kid, and I saw Pepe Le Pew, Beep Beep, Roadrunner, Against Coyote, Bugs Bunny, a couple of others. That's something with a squirrel. I can't remember. Crazy Squirrel, something like that. Charlie the cock. And there's another. I love those old cartoons. I can't remember the one with the guy almost blind. Magoo, Mr. Magoo, I think. It was so funny. I love that. I love cartoons. Cartoons was great. And I love that. And Tom and Jerry, yeah, of course, Tom and Jerry. Love Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry. And I'm thinking of Asterix because on Facebook I came across some extracts from one movie. Very, very bad. Extremely bad. I mean, stinky bad. These absolute disgrace of a movie. It's just named Asterix and Obelix against Caesar. It's bad. It's bad. It's the first movie, live action movie about that with Gérard Depardieu and Christian Clavier. Two great actors, but the movie is bad. Shitty bad. Something stinky bad. It's awful. It's just absolutely awful. There's another one, Asterix and Obelix, Cleopatra Mission, so Mission Cléopâtre, which was better, and afterwards just absolute disgrace, not even funny. Oh yeah. Soviet cartoons. Never saw Soviet cartoons. And Japanese animation, yeah. We also had a lot of that here. Which was great. Love Japanese animation. That was incredible. Oh, it's giving me the, I want to draw now. I don't have enough time to do everything. I should try to work out while drawing and sleep while sculpting. No, he was from Belgium. He was a Belgium guy. So not really French. French speaking, yes, but from Belgium. Some people are sometimes are joking that French should invade the French part of Belgium, because Belgium right now they right now it lasts for a few years now, but it's basically a strange country because it's divided in two. You have a French part and you have another language part, Flamand. So they're speaking another language, and basically they have a set of a specific constitution for that, set of rules for that, and it's very difficult for them to create a working government, and they truly don't have a government, but they have one. It's very strange. Those two parts are very eager to not work with one another from my outside perspective, but it's working anyway. So it's very, very strange. There is a very strange thing happening in Belgium for several years right now. Strange, but yeah. And Tintin from Spielberg was very fun, very, very fun. I liked his take on Tintin. There's a lot of French guys that are in pop culture that are not French but from Belgium, like Hercule Poirot. I love Hercule Poirot. There is a wonderful series with David Suchet. I love David Suchet. He's a wonderful Poirot. In French, it's funny because Poirot it's also a derivative name. The term for a derivative word for penis. Oh, it's French slang for penis. But yeah, wonderful Poirot, David Suchet, and I really love that series. I mean, it's great. It's incredible. Love that. Love that. Love the actor. And he also played in what was kind of a mind fuck for me. Sorry, I'll say the bad word because I don't care right now. I'm not gonna quite mind fuck, but there was an old movie with what's his name? Peter Ustinov playing Hercule Poirot, and the Inspector Chap was played by David Suchet. It was strange for me. It was great. I really like Peter Ustinov. Poirot by David Suchet is the little mister. I love that. He's very precious with his mustache and each and every one of his manners and the way he's walking, the way he's speaking. And in French, the dubbing is quite good. I tend to avoid dub stuff. I prefer sub. But here it's one of the few examples of a very good dubbing, because it was made by Roger Carrel, which was the French voice for Asterix, Bugs Bunny, and a lot of other stuff. A great comedian. He died a few years ago. And I think it was Roger Carrel. You say in Greek the slang word for an old fart is, I hope I will pronounce it well, puro. So the character old as an extra layer. yeah, puro. It's always funny, this type of stuff. Okay, I'll do this corner, and after that I'll call it a day. I have my last collation, last meal to eat, and after that I will have to redo my math about my own rations, because I lost something like 6 or 8 kilos in 1 or 2 months. So yeah, I definitely need to recalculate my meals, because I think I'm eating too much protein. So we'll have to correct that and to make room for a little more carbs. Yup. Some wheat and rice. Because what's very funny is if you want to shred, you have to eat. And I'm kind of happy the way it turned, apart from my left shoulder. But apart from that, it's great. But I have to modify my diet a little bit. Okay, and now a little more. There it is. So maybe it's not the best method, but for these, those edges, I have this tendency to work a lot with mineral spirit, because I think it's easier. Back to the loop, yeah, kind of fun. I think a little lame, but yeah, kind of fun. I was not a huge fan of this whole guy, maybe Native American or something like that, practicing perfect kung fu, or it was rather strange. But the movie was fun, so it was the most important thing. Oh, one very funny movie, French movie, but not with a French casting, was The Fifth Element, which is basically, I think, one of the only okay-ish movie from Besson, which is a very poor director, in my opinion. But this one was fun. It was very fun, a lot of fun. So give him that. When it comes to science fiction, and so I really enjoyed Cronenberg. I remember Total Recall. What a freaking great movie! Love that, and I kind of like Schwarzenegger. Yeah, the creature was kind of nice, and the character played by Vincent Cassel. Vincent Cassel is a good comedian. The main problem with Vincent Cassel is just that he's casted in a lot of shitty movies. But apart from that, the guy is great. He's a good comedian, and he has a face. Truly has a face. I like his face. Here we say that la gueule. Truly has a face. But yeah, it is playing a lot of very not good movies. But yeah, good actor. Oh, we have director called I think it's Dumont. It's really specific. Not a lot of people, even in France, will watch that, but it's completely great because it's so uncanny and strange. And basically, he's not this director is never using any. He's working in a specific place in France. I can't remember the name. It's in the countryside. Very very nice. And he's casting always non-professional actors. And he made two seasons of the series. The first season is called Petit Quinquin, which is Nordic slang for northern part French, for small somebody, just someone, a small someone, Petit Quinquin. And the second season of this series is called Coin Coin et les Inhumains. So the noise made by ducks, I don't know in English what it is, and the non-human. And it's basically a French Twin Peaks, but even crazier. Not in the old strange and very eerie, ghosty conspiracy stuff. No, but just what you see is just completely out of everything. It's just as if I don't know. It's a fart from Azathoth. I can't define it better. It's great, but it's a fart from Azathoth. So Azathoth from Lovecraftian mythos. Basically, it's a deity, and our reality is his dream. This movie is its fart. That's it. It's great, but it's rather strange. If you're not prepared to that, that's really strange, but it's good. It's this strange aspect is the richness of the thing. I mean, the director is pushing stuff that no one would even dare to do in front of a camera. It's not that it's gore, it's just strange, but great. Oh, Jean Reno, yeah. Like in Léon, which has its good moments, I have to say. So Luc Besson. But yeah. Jean Reno, yeah. But I rethink a little about Cronenberg. I love RoboCop, I love Total Recall, and I love Starship Trooper, it's fun, it's interesting, because a lot of people just like to sniff their own farts, saying, "Oh, I'm watching art house movie," which is, by the way, those movies from Cronenberg, because in French we have our wording is a little different. We can say film d'art et d'essai, so art house movie, but also we say cinéma d'auteur, author's cinema or author's creation, emphasizing this idea that you can find the author's shtick, the author's main interrogating points and concepts in his movies, and the great stuff with Cronenberg. He is one of these guys. He's interrogating society and interrogating stuff. It's not just movies for entertaining. They are entertaining, definitely, and I have a lot of fun watching them. But you can trigger some stuff, and you can see the preoccupations of the guy. And I love this kind of guy. And there is a Japanese also, a Japanese guy I love. How can you? What's his name? The name Kurosawa. Akira, of course, but I'm thinking of Kiyoshi Kurosawa, which is incredible. I didn't saw enough movies about that guy. With this, from that guy, I mean. But the guy is definitely transcending genre to push it further away. That's very interesting. And you said Joe, Les Visiteurs. Yeah, Les Visiteurs. Les Visiteurs is fun, and it's definitely there's some good lines from that movie, like the one said by Jacouille, played by Christian Clavier, when he just saw a car and he's just completely out of his mind and he's saying that to his master. Messire, j'ai vu une chariote du diable, c'est tout ferré, il y a point de bœuf pour tirer. I don't know how I can translate that and convey the idea of a faux archaic French, but it's basically it's a very pseudo archaic way to say that he saw a car and it's just like a chariot, but there are no bulls to pull the thing. It was so funny. And you said, Kenneth, Starship Troopers. The book. Yeah, don't read that. I never read that. But the CGI movie, yeah, was good too. Yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, Conan the Barbarian. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So the two, Conan the Barbarian and Conan the Destructor. Great movies. And if you want some crap, this guy has a movie, you can watch Barbarians with the brothers, Barbarian brothers. Two guys jacked as fuck with, juiced. It's just they're in juice. You can say it because they have bulbous shoulders. They have this big neck, big arms, everything is too big. The movie is bad, it's lame, it's stupid, but it's so fun. So fun. Yeah, Black Postman was more. And I think it's in the second one, you have Grace Jones. Love Grace Jones. She would be a wonderful... I don't know what she looks like now, but this period Conan or in James Bond, because she was featured in James Bond, and she played I think it was the only James Bond girl that could kick James Bond ass, and it was okay. Why? Because she looks strong. She looks fucking strong. She was great in that role. Grace Jones. Love Grace Jones. Oh yeah, Barbarians. Yeah, so bad that it's good. Yeah, definitely. It was extremely bad. So bad that it's good. So much fun watching this crap, but it was so funny. Yeah, Grace Jones. She was incredible. You want black, strong female character. Grace Jones. Grace Jones is the way to go. And she's great. Yeah. I remember at the end of this specific James Bond. Spoiler alert. So. Total spoiler. So if you don't want, please shut the stream for you. But at the end of this James Bond, she just says something, and even in French, I think it's better in English, but even in French, she just yelled "sans vous jamais," without you never, and saying that with her face, with the muscular jaw she had, and she's feminine, but she's strong AF. It's incredible. Is she married to Dolph Lundgren? Maybe. I don't know. I say I don't know. I like Dolph Lundgren. I saw a lot of his movies, very, very, very bad ones, but the guy, Dolph Lundgren, is so into it. I mean, he's not cynical. He's making the best performance he can deliver. I think it's touching in a way. I kind of like that compared to a more cynical guy, like Steven Seagal. Steven Seagal is not very good in anything, and it's very, the last movies featuring him is not even trying. Whereas Dolph Lundgren, he is so fun and go. He's 100% in his role. It's really something I really like to acknowledge about Mr. Lundgren. Yeah. He has a PhD in neuroscience or something like that now, I think. Very much like Miss Bialik from the series Big Bang Theory. She is really a neuroscientist, and she really has a PhD. She's really big brain. Remember, I saw her as a very small girl, little teenage girl in MacGyver. She was very, very young. You said, Kenneth, she always made you think that she was a supermodel. Yeah, Grace Jones. Yeah, striking face shape, definitely very strong, but feminine too. Yeah, very interesting character. Grace Jones. There it is. Okay. That spatula from Games Workshop is good, and I think that's why they're no longer producing it. I mean, the thing is not good if you're not sanding it because it's too thick, but after sanding, it's a very great tool. But they are no longer producing bits. Yup, okay. A lot of these tools can be found in other brands, but it was kind of convenient to find that in Games Workshop stores. There it's great. Okay, didn't know that. So you said Dolph was her former bodyguard? She got him acting jobs before they get married. Great. Didn't know that. The strange thing, she needed a bodyguard. I'm joking, of course. With Fimo, you have plenty of time because it needs to be baked. So as long as you are not baking it, you have as much time as you want. And yeah, after that you can bake it. So it's 110 degrees Celsius for something like half an hour. The best thing for me, if you want to use such medium, is to purchase a small oven thermometer. You can find the one made by Fimo. So it's really really convenient, very handy. You put it in your oven, and you can monitor the temperature in real time. And I'm opening or closing the door while my oven is working, just to be sure that I'm not going over the top, because your thermostat is I think it's a word in French. I don't know if it's a word in English. The device used to set up the temperature. It's never accurate. I mean, your oven will always put too much temperature at one time or another. Mine, for example, it's a small one, so it's not that good. But if I put 60, just 60, which is the bare minimum, degrees Celsius, the thing will end up, if I'm closing the door completely, will end up within 20 minutes. Will end up with more than 150 something. So it's just crazy. So the best thing is to buy a small thermometer. The very good one is from the same manufacturer, the same company, sorry, as Fimo, which is Steidtler. So Staedtler, and put it in your oven and monitor in real time. And 110 degrees C. Sorry, I don't know what it is in Fahrenheit. And for something like half an hour, and this will be good. Just avoid to have a temperature heat, a cold heat. So for the last minute, I have this tendency to close the door just for 1 minute, let the thing go a little over the top when it comes to a temperature for the last minute, and after that, after the oven stops, I don't open the door. Fimo can handle such such cold strike, but if you're using something like Sculpting, you will have cracks. And with Fimo, it's possible that you end up having cracks. So just avoid cold heat. You let the thing cooling down with the door closed. That's my way of not overcooking the thing and avoiding cracks. Yeah, I will stop there. So just to show, not a lot of work, but work nevertheless. I smooth some stuff. I put some work in some folds. I will work maybe tomorrow off screen, but I will work on some folds for the arms, for the mail armor, and I shown how I'm making chainmail texture. So I will show you again. No, no, yeah. There it is. So I shown how I made that, and that, which is the same technique. So basically, I draw some lines, and using a very blunt needle, I push one side and another. So I made that for this part and this part. So yeah. So I will do this type of texture on all my model. Specifically on this hood, also the facial recognition, but also on the arm and legs. For the legs, this will be a lot of fun because it's really difficult to to go in these parts, but I will have to, so I will manage to do it. And after that, I will work on some on these buckles and a leather strap that I will I will roll it inside this this part, let it go under, and the same here for that. And yeah, that will pretty much be it. And this will be finished. So yeah, and yeah, I will watch that. I will look at that. There. Oh. That's a big one. Oh yeah. That's great stuff. Big demon horn, big horn demon head. It's great. Very, very good. Oh yeah, we'll have a meter of fun. Because you said it's almost 1 meter. So yeah, next time I hope I will have finished the thing. I may stream what I do. Oh, okay, it's from the fellow games. Okay, the guy was. I don't play the thing, but I saw his face. I mean the thing is ringing. It's ringing something. So yeah, next time maybe this will be this future Murmillo. So this will be a lot of fun too. And yeah, maybe I should stream partially how I'm making armatures, or show you some charts I created, like that one for 32 millimeters. So it's 34.33333 because it's the size given to the eye. So since I'm working in 8-head cannon, I have to add to have a half head to the size. That's why my 54 are actually made. They actually are in size are 57.6. Sorry, so 57.6 and 75 millimeters are 80. So yeah, maybe I should try to show that. It's gonna be interesting. You said it was the model was $350 just as postages. Oh crap! Yeah, that's a shit ton of money. By dollars, it's not US dollars. It's another currency here. Just converting from the Australian dollar to a euro. It's holy crap. Okay, basically 220 euros, 220 euros. Yo, that's hurting. Yeah, very, very expensive. So, yep. Thanks, guys. It was always nice, and yeah, very happy. I'm happy we'll have a nice figure, and yeah, next time, or maybe I will stream the architectural element, the element of scenery I want to create to lay the shield on here. So maybe I will create an arc and a column. So I considered sculpting it with the first one I made for a painting project. I made it with epoxy with milliput, but I think I will do that one in Super Sculpting. I think this could be great because definitely I have a lot of Sculpey and I need to work with it, and I will have plenty of time to use a lot of my sanding paper as stamps to create a nice rocky texture. So yeah, thanks Joe, thanks Kenneth, and oh yeah, the model was $275. Yo, yeah. So yeah, you said US dollars. So yeah, it was not okay. It was not Australian dollars. It was US dollars. Okay. So yeah, basically, yeah, six something, more than $600 for everything. It's kind of a very expensive model, yeah. Let's hope you will have plenty of hours of fun with it, which is the most important stuff. That's why we're selling a lot of these models. It's for the experience and the fun. The result, yes, but the fun. It's the most important thing. Yeah, I hope to see you, to catch you in the next live stream, Joe. Kenneth, thanks, and always good to have you here and to have you both. It's really nice. I don't know, maybe next time I will, I don't know, maybe I will try to stream on Twitch. I know that some people made this advice and thought it would be a better idea to stream on Twitch. So we'll see. Thanks Patrick, merci Patrick d'être passé, c'est toujours cool. And yeah, for everyone coming across this video in replay, because I know that some people are watching it in replay. If you're not subscribed, you can, of course, it's always appreciated. If you want, you can leave a like, and if you're interested in my work, you can follow me on social medias. Everything's are in the description box down below. I have nothing much to add. I will wrap this up. Thanks everyone, and yeah, see you next time, next Monday, 8 p.m. UTC. Thanks and goodbye.